Hey everybody, down here at Bealville, there's a crossing right behind me and the east end of Bealville, control point, and gonna take a little drive from here down to the west end of Bealville and little right-of-way cruise and have another adventure for everybody. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get moving. Alrighty, to get here you have to go between the main and the siding. I have had quite a few flats over the years between here, the Bealville crossover, where it jumps over onto the other side of the track. But it was always because I was going fast. You're going fast, you rarely ever get a flat on the front. It's almost always in the back because you'll hit a spike with your front wheel, kicks it up into your back wheel, and that dreaded noise, that meant you were going to get out and either change a flat, or you're going to have to call road service, and who knows how long it would take them to get up here and do it for you. The railroad didn't like us changing our own tires. A couple of people got hurt doing it, so they wanted us to use road services, but there were times where I was a long way from road service and I would just do it myself when I was younger. As I got older, I didn't care how long I had to wait and just get on Facebook or play Words with Friends. That station thing right there, the tower, it's just a communications array. It's got antennas up the top of the tower that serve different purposes. It's not part of our it's part of our radio system, but not part of the radio system for the locomotives I just did a video on. The tunnel radios, I should say. I'll link that in the description below. Anyway, this ranch land here, this is the McCarthy Ranch, and went to school with Kelly McCarthy. Kelly, I hope you watch this, and her brother Mike, a little older than me. We are a family of fine people. Big Mike, he's passed away now. He was a pretty cool old guy. This is one of those places where it is very easy to get stuck down here by trains. There's nowhere to turn around. If there happened to be a train stopped on the main and the siding, where the crossing is up here, you're just out of luck unless you want to back all the way out of here. I always thought that would be such a cool place to build a motocross track. Down in there, all the elevation changes. For those of you who don't know me, and I am a lifelong motocross devotee, although my first love was drag racing, which I never did. I just loved it and still do. Motocross came soon after that, and I did race motocross for a long time. And that would be, I still, every time I look down there, I just see a motocross track. But too much dry grass and all that stuff. Still, it would be great. Put a spike right there in the road. might note that back there are a couple of the signs that I passed. One with the X on it is a crossing board that tells train crews that they are a quarter of a mile from a crossing, and be prepared to watch out for traffic and honk your horn. And the 1/4, 1/2, 3/4 markers are for that tells you that you're a quarter, a half, or 3/4 of a mile from the last milepost that you passed. CPSP 340, this is the Bealville crossover. And we'll put up the playlist of catching trains at control points. Got one here a while back. There you see the half. That is, we're a half mile from the last milepost and to the next one. We must be planning a big tie project up here. So there were seeing these concrete ties all over the place up here. There's another curve oiler. I'll link the piece I did on curve oilers in the description below. We had a big derailment here back in the mid-90s, I guess, still Southern Pacific, and the pole line used to be on the other side of the tracks over there, and that's the siding to the right, and the train was going up the hill and used too much power and pulled the cars off the inside of the curve over there and knocked down the pole line, and it was a big mess, and they had a lot of people up out of LA and everything, and I was God, I think I don't remember what I was doing now at the time. Maybe I was a gang foreman, I don't remember. But right here there's a culvert that goes under the tracks, and you can see it right there. We actually pulled the cable from over there across the tracks through this culvert, stretching it across this road, and then ran it up the other side of the fence there, all the way down to there's another culvert down there. We ran it back under the tracks to keep it out of the way while they were doing all the repair work, get the train out of the way. And me and my buddy Don Ehler did the splice that we were right out there by that tree, and that was the world's longest splice. We really didn't want to get involved in anything else, and it was just I think it was 14 wires, 12, 14 wires that we had to splice. I think we spent about 3 or 4 hours out there doing it, and every time somebody come by and asked if we were about done, we'd say, yeah, just about. And I think it only took us about 45 minutes to actually do it. But we milked that one as long as we could. And those type of derailments, where a train pulls the cars off the inside of a curb, are the most common type of derailments up here. They've had 2 or 3 of them just recently. It still happens. A bunch of rail laying over there. Doesn't look like stuff they're getting ready to put in, just pieces of this and that and the other. And that case over there on the right, we actually installed that case for that derailment, and we ended up trenching. We didn't put the pole line back up, we just trenched the cable down the inside of around the outside out here, and then ran it under the tracks into that case, and the pole line was okay from here down to Bealville. So we brought it off the pole line into that case, brought the underground in there, tied it all together, and got rid of the pole line around that curve. So if they stretched another train across it, it wouldn't tear anything up. Four curve oilers here, 2 for each track, for each curve, in front of the one in front of us and the one behind us. And another one there. Be interesting to know just how many curve oilers there are up here. It'd be interesting to me. And the Bealville crossover is where the Bealville siding used to end. And then right in here somewhere, I'm not exactly sure where, is where the siding of Allard started. Each one was about a mile long, so it was probably right in here somewhere where the Allard siding started. They were tied together sometime after World War II. I've not been able to find an exact date. If some of you know what that date is, let me know in the comments below. And to be honest with you, I didn't dig too deeply. It's not that important, I don't think. I'm not a rivet counter. To me, it's about the story. Now, if you look across there, you can see those signal cabins over there. That is the intermediate between Bealville and Caliente, and you can see that those two roads going up that hill there. And there in center of frame behind those trees is the east portal of tunnel number 1. And is that yeah, it looks like a train coming through the tunnel. Yep, sure is. But anyway, that's the intermediate between Caliente and Bealville. And there's BNSF charging up the hill towards Bealville, which is where we'll be in it. Probably meet him coming through the tunnel. All right, moving forward. I say meet him coming through the tunnel. We're not going through the tunnel. We're just going to the tunnel. And yes, I will be getting my truck washed when I get back to Bakersfield today, because it's filthy. There he is. I don't know why ships are she's and trains are he's, but more ties. This is the facing signal at Bealville, at West Bealville. And there is tunnel number 2. This is the east portal of tunnel number 2. Well, that will conclude my drive on the right-of-way from the Bealville crossing to West Bealville. And just happened to catch a train along the way. And as usual, sorry, get distracted so easily. And as usual, if you have any ideas, something you'd like to see me do, let me know in the comments below. Shoot me an email, motorport59@gmail.com. Like, share, and subscribe. Click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. And we will see you all later.